Ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna clap. You gonna clap too?
Yes.
1, 2,
2, 3.
3. Okay. Wait. We have to look at this. Okay.
Real special. We want to try that again?
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, welcome back to Godly Giggles with Steve and Mo, where we show you that you can serve Jesus and still have a fun-filled life. Today, we are going to talk all about change, which is not my favorite thing in the slightest. I hate change.
So we're going to talk about the changes that are happening, things that are going on in our world and in everyday life for us, and along with like just people in our community and like just change in general, you know? So for starters, Molly is got a lot of change this year happening for 2025. Meaning like she's leaving me to go to college, and I keep trying to talk her out of it, but she's not listening to me. So, but I don't know. I still have time because it's till August and we're in February. So I have time to talk you out of going to college. That's not a good role model, is it?
No, but it's okay.
But I have you
it
like,
just shows that you care.
I have you like other things lined up, remember?
Right.
That I'm like,
yeah.
you can do this, this, and this.
I sure could.
And you don't need to go to college for any of those things, right?
Yeah.
She needs to go to college. I am encouraging it. I'm just totally joking about her leaving me and the change that comes with that, and then like how we're gonna navigate stuff because it's change, like, and it's so hard to figure it out. So today we talked about some big changes in our church, and that happened. And we are just, I think we're excited, but we're like nervous, but there's lots of change happening. Like just in the church too, but it's all like really good stuff.
Right.
But also like just in your life, changing my life. And do you have any like big things coming up that would change for you?
Yeah.
Like senior year? Or no?
I mean, not really like in the school year. Just graduation, I think. That's it.
And then there's like nothing, you know, like you're
like I don't have anything to
done
do.
with required school. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's always that weird, like when August comes around and if you didn't go off to college, it's like weird because you're
I could do literally nothing.
Like, what do I do? I'm supposed to be going back to school. Everybody's going back at 8:00 this morning, and I'm like, it's my first day at home
signed
instead
up
of my
when I was filling out my orientation thing for College of Coastal Georgia. I like put the it was like, when do you want your classes? And I put like the evening and the afternoon when like nothing was at 8:00. Like I'm not waking up early.
You don't even wake up early now, girl.
No, but when I babysit and like I work and do. But I was like, that would be a better opportunity because I could like keep people like now, you know, like in the mornings and stuff.
So you're gonna try to find babysitting jobs at Brunswick.
Yeah, because remember my cousin lives over there, or used to live over there. She grew up, so like she knows like a lot of her family's from there, and so
this is true. I just thought you would have gotten like a job out in, again, more change, like finding a different type of job where you would like meet people more so than
Well, then there's also like
that?
a thrift store thing down there that the church that I'm looking at going to, like, and it's like through their young adults kind of thing, and so like the college kids like run it basically, like they like that's how they employ like their college career people is at that thrift store, which is that would be cool. But it's also like babysitting. Babysitting is also just like such an easy like throwback. Like I can do that on the weekends, not just like a 9 to 5 like regular thing. And I just thought that'd be good to, especially just to start out with, you know, before I find something.
This is true. And there's like decent money in babysitting now. Like
it's
not like, we're going to pay you $5 an hour. Like they're really like, you're taking care of someone's kid.
Right.
Like I'm willing to pay whatever I need to pay. Like I paid the babysitter a lot last night. But she took care of my babies for us to go to Winter Jam. Yeah. So that was so awesome. Speaking of Winter Jam, there was like a total change at Winter Jam this year. Normally it's Crowder, Bluegrass Country. And we had
been
Skillet.
Crowder.
It hasn't?
In like a while. Like Skillet came 2 years ago. I have never been when Crowder's came.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah. I think
yes, you have. It's like
maybe
his
the first
bluegrass
time.
style.
But, I mean, like I know who, like what he is, and like I've seen him in concert and stuff. But
like, so do you remember who like the headliner was last year? Like the main one? Because I feel like last night Skillet had a lot of time compared to the other.
Okay, they didn't have. So when Skillet came 2 years ago, they did not have. I feel like they were out there for like an hour, but like they only played for 30 minutes. But like Colton Dixon, because normally they save like Ann Wilson, Colton Dixon, and Skillet went like later, and so typically they have like more songs.
They did not.
I know Colton Dixon played like 3 songs, but Ann Wilson played like 8 or 9. But Colton Dixon literally played 3. He did the first one that I didn't know, and then he did Miracles, and then he did the Devil is a Liar. Oh yeah,
and then but the Devil is a Liar he played with Skillet.
Short. Right. Yeah, but it was just so short.
It was.
But and then Skillet, like they only played like 4 or 5 songs. Like it really wasn't that many.
No. But I guess theirs is so like entertaining as well that you're like, gosh. This is a lot.
I hated every second of it. I sat down and ate my Chick-fil-A and went to the bathroom.
Yes. Abel was like, I loved all of it except for that last band. Yeah. He was like, they were so loud.
I bet Josh loved it though. Like I bet he ate it up.
You didn't see him?
No, I kept looking over to try to see him because I was like, this is like Josh, like this is his band. Like I bet he's living for
He's like headbanging. And poor Mr. Daniel that was standing next to him, he was just like, this gonna be my pastor. Like was rocking out.
Did he like high five the guy as he was going around?
No, Daniel did because he was on the end and he got Jen, the guitar or the drummer. She came around and like high fived him and I videoed it.
Oh really?
Yeah, he was like so proud of it too.
Oh, that's so
because
funny.
Like I videoed it and then I got in his face and I was like, oh my god, look at you! And he's like, yeah, that was me.
Oh my gosh, I know. I tried.
He was like a 14-year-old at a concert or something, you know?
Yes, I was trying to convince Lila and John David, and I was like, y'all should let me like sing and play the drums for you, and like put me on a stand, you know, in the back, and just let me like
raise
move up and down. Yes,
that would be so awesome.
They were like, absolutely not. I was like, okay, fine, boring.
They would be okay if we were suggesting them.
Yeah,
they'd be like, oh yeah, sweet. Yeah, I like that. There's like 2 pretty lead female people in Skillet too. Like that's pretty cool, you know.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. But I felt like it was different this year than last year, and I think it's because
I don't remember who was last year.
I feel like these were good people for sure.
Oh, this year were good people.
Yeah,
they're definitely like. I feel like they're not like. I feel like this year was like they're still talented, not like them, but it's like it was kind of like a deflated balloon pop, you know, like everybody's came before, and like Micah Tyler is not current, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like last year it was like
the earlier
Kane
people I
and
didn't
We
know.
the Kingdom and KB and Lecrae, like Andy Mineo, like those kind of people who are like so current, you know?
Yes. Okay. Never mind. Now I remember. I think I'm thinking of the year
Crowder
before or
came
something.
Like 3 or 4 years
I'm just
ago.
behind.
Yeah.
Time flies by.
Yeah.
And I'm getting older. Don't say yeah.
It's okay.
Thank you.
You're not that old at all.
I'm not. I mean, I'm just going to be like 36 in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks. Don't forget my birthday.
I'm not. It's on my calendar.
February
on my
27th.
phone calendar. And
I want something good.
Okay. Are you working on your birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll bring you something.
Okay. White chocolate Reese's.
Okay.
Or Kit Kat.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you like white chocolate Kit Kats?
Yes.
That's like my
They're so
dad
good.
too. He likes the white chocolate so much better than all the other ones.
Yeah,
And he
like-
puts them in the fridge, and so he'll eat them cold.
Ooh. I haven't tried that.
He puts all his candy
if
in the
that's good.
fridge. And because it's like Yorks, you don't like mint, do you?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay,
You know
Yorks
what's good,
are only
too?
good in the fridge.
Oreo mint cookies. They remind me of a York, but it's still like not. 'Cause
I'm
it's
like
cookie
not the biggest Oreo fan.
Oh.
Like
I
I'll
like
eat
some
it.
mint ones.
It's so weird. Like your eye is like in the middle of
Yes,
it.
I'm
and
seeing
then
it. I need to like be out here. That's what I,
know,
keep
but I was
moving
like, have to
for.
be in it,
We
but-
got new mics, guys. Like my
Yes.
husband like hooked us up with all this cool like stuff so
Yes.
that we look a little more legit. Which we told y'all we were gonna make progress,
And we are.
and we are. So we're changing. We're getting our setup better. But I do see Molly through like 2 things
Yeah,
right
I
here.
do too.
That little. Whatever, the little
Yeah, the
holder.
little metal thingy.
But my husband said that since we did more than like 13 or something, it was some random number.
He said like more than 3, I thought.
oh yeah, and I
Or
was
maybe
like,
it was 10 or something.
oh,
bigger.
well, we're on number 16.
Like we're getting close to 20.
Yeah, so he was like, I'll start improving all your stuff. So we're
Yeah.
getting better. Just
Yes.
Wait, we have 3 lights in here and 2 that aren't even turned on. So we're making progress. We got a new camera, new mics.
2 new cameras.
Yes, another one right there. So lots of change in our podcast,
Yes.
and we are loving this change. But we also have to like figure out stuff. This is our first time recording with it.
Yes.
And then there's also change that like we don't like as much.
Yes.
And I think For me, like, you be thinking of this too. Like, is there a change that you don't like?
Yes.
Like, can you come up with an example? I'm gonna come up with one too. So,
if you don't have one, I can go.
Okay, you go.
Okay. Okay. Well, so this change is like not like being mean, but like I don't want it to happen, like Josh becoming the head pastor and like leaving us. Not that I like don't want Sean to be the youth pastor, but it's like Josh has been in my life since I was literally like born, and like he's been the youth pastor like my whole life, and then he's been my youth pastor my whole life, and he's had like such and like a crazy impact on my life. And not that like I go to church for Josh, but it's like he's like the cherry on top. Like I go to church for Jesus, and then it's like my friends, and then Josh just
we had good teaching.
To
be here, you know.
And he's just done like he's so involved. Like he let us start the band a year ago, and like he just does so much. And so, but then it's also like it's like bittersweet because it's like I knew I was gonna go off to college. You know, like for a few years now that I'm gonna have to like leave and do other things, but then it's also like, and then we figured out like in the summer that Josh is gonna like leave too, and so it's like, well, at least it's not, because it'll only be like
it's not freshman year for you,
4 or 5 months, you know, of like Josh not being my youth pastor.
Yes.
And then I would move up to something else anyway. Like I would still help in youth, you know, because Josh would be in there, but I don't know. But then it's like, I feel bad for the people who, like Lila and Abraham, you know, who like love Josh. But it's like, they're still going to have fun. But I was like, what great timing that. It's like, it couldn't have like happened the other way better. But I hate change. My life has been like literally the same. Like nothing big has changed. Like the only major change in my life has been like when my grandpa died when I was 8. And
that's it?
Yes.
Like that's been, so this is a big change for you.
Right. Nobody like has passed away like majorly in my life besides like my grandpa, and I guess like my other granddad's health like declining, that has been differently, but everything else been the same. We've moved, but it's been like in Pike County, and we've moved like closer to all my friends.
Yes.
And
so it's good change.
Right. And so the only other things would be like, I mean, going to school, that was kind of a big change, but it's like one middle thing. But like, I'm still like, all my friends go here. I didn't change churches. Like my family's still the same. Like we didn't move houses. So, like literally everything has been the same. Like my whole family's lived here my whole life, everything. And it's like, in this year, everything is literally going to be changed. Like I'm getting a new youth pastor. Josh is the new pastor. I'm moving. Like how am I old enough to move and live by myself
You're
somewhere?
not, so you probably shouldn't.
And like I'm going to college. I'm going to have to find a new church, like a new job, like go to this new place. And it's literally terrifying. But it's so exciting.
So much change for you. Like I didn't even think all of that. I was just really thinking when I texted you and I was like, hey, let's talk about change today, that I was thinking of the changes happening right now.
Yeah.
And like you literally have a whole year of change.
Literally today in church when they were like praying over Sean and Haley, I was like, I'm so like happy for them, but it's like, it just got like so real. And I cried like 3 times this morning because it's like, like I have to leave. Because you knew it was happening? I know, like, because like I knew that this was happening and like it was coming, but it's also like, like we have like a month and a half left with Josh.
Yes.
And then
now,
in 4 more
this
months,
is the
I have
first
to
start
leave.
of your change too. Like this is this is the biggest thing about
going downhill.
And it's like a countdown too,
I
because
know.
we keep talking like there's 5 weeks left, there's 5 Sundays left, and so it's like we're rubbing this stuff into, and you're like, I'm just trying to accept one thing at a time.
And then it's like there's so many like other things, like I have to plan a graduation party, like graduation pictures, like actual graduation, and then like this summer with all the camps we're going to, and like having a job still this summer to pay for stuff, like how we're gonna pay for school and just like all this stuff, because like I'm the oldest, and so I haven't seen or experienced like anybody really close to me like going off to college and like finding a roommate and doing all that kind of stuff. And so it's very new and different. And neither have my parents, because they either didn't go to college or went to Gordon, which is like, it wasn't that big of a change. Because
you don't have to move and live there.
Yes, but change is like, I don't know. I've had a lot of time to get used to it, and so I'm really, really, really excited to move away and go to college, because I'm just like
for the experience. Right. Are you just ready for something new?
No, I'm not ready for something new. I'm ready for the experience.
Okay, gotcha.
No, I could live this same life for the rest of my life, like till I'm dead. I could do this, like go to school for 1 class period, babysit, like come to church, cook on Wednesday nights, like film on Sundays, like do the worship, and like I could literally live this for like the rest of my life.
Oh, that means like your life is so good that you
I know
like
it is.
That you love it.
Like
that you're
this
willing
is what
to
I've
commit.
been praying for like years. I've been praying for like good friends, like having all this plugged in, and like it's here and then I have to leave, which sucks. But
You don't have to leave.
yeah, I don't. But
I
like,
keep dropping her little hints, you guys. I'm like, nope.
but like I do, and I am, but it's still gonna be like awesome. And then it's like I have the chance to do that down there. Like like I've been praying for a good roommate for a year, and so it's
and
like
you
that,
met
and in a
someone
good
already.
church,
That's
right?
Like, so awesome.
Yeah.
We still have to check out church to make sure it's
Yeah,
good.
right.
Could look good on
I know.
Instagram and
Yes.
be like totally off like in real life.
No, and we don't want to.
It's probably great.
Yeah.
They have a lot of ministry opportunities
Oh,
like
yeah.
with the college and stuff too. So
Yeah.
that's already like
they have a lot
good
of
thing.
like churches down there too. Like a
That's-
lot of
well, that's
opportunities
awesome.
get plugged in. Mm-hmm.
I love that. So guys, just so you know, we announced today that who was going to be replacing, or not replacing, because Josh is not leaving. He's getting promotion
Right.
to senior pastor,
Yes.
which is my husband. And we announced today who the associate and youth pastor was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was just a big change for our youth group. We literally, like Molly said, we've had these kids like since they came into youth, because we've been doing it for 10 years now. And so like we've had you guys the entire time. There was no like, you didn't have Pastor V and then Josh come in. Like
Right.
you guys have not experienced even that. So we announced today who it was going to be, and he was here and spoke. And so they were just able to like finally get that too, you know,
Right.
like, cause it's just been kind of lingering around of like, who's it going to be? When are they going to announce it? When are they going to tell us?
Right.
Are we going to get to know him? You know, like that sort of thing. So we announced today. So this is why we're kind of talking about change and like
Yes.
just how to deal with change, how to accept it, and like how we feel about having big changes like that in our life.
Because like normal people have changed. Like my life is so like not typical, like having
Bland.
everything be
No,
the
just
same.
Just
Like my
kidding.
mom's life, like her dad was a pastor, and so like her life changed so much, and she was like, I just want to let you know, like your life isn't normal. Like having the same pastor your whole life and the same youth pastor your whole life, like that is not normal. I'm like, yeah, like,
But like I
know.
love that was normal for you though. That the same person has been in your life this entire time, pastor and youth pastor wise. I don't know. Did you have the same children's pastor the whole time?
No, it kind of flipped around a little bit, but it wasn't like anything major. Because
Like
I was a
major.
kid, you know, and so, but like when I was
just
older,
adapt
Miss
change.
Vonda was the youth pastor
and
or
you're
the
like the
thing.
children's pastor, and you like truly like you
For a while,
remember
yeah.
that too. Where earlier years, kind of
Yeah.
you know, do I remember when I was 4?
Right.
No.
And I don't really think before her there was anybody like a children's pastor. Like we had Awanas, but then there was like my mom and dad like taught, or like Miss Vanetta taught, and those kind of things.
Yes,
they
right.
kind of.
So I don't know if there was really
So it was
like-
like she was like the first like real kind of like she taught every Sunday and Wednesday kind of thing.
Yes. So you didn't really have to change in that area so much.
Right.
So like it's really been awesome that you've had the same
Yeah.
2 people like ministering to
Yeah.
you this whole time. Like that's so awesome, because everybody has different styles of teaching and
Right.
preaching and like how they do things, and so that you know what to expect the whole, I was gonna say 4 years, but they actually come into middle school. So
So it's like 6.
7,
It was 6 for me.
yeah, because you guys came in 7th grade. So like that's really cool,
Yeah.
because people do leave churches, unfortunately. And you know, some youth groups go through multiple youth pastors or multiple volunteers because they don't have a youth pastor.
Yeah.
So,
Avery was saying that she's gone through, like in her 6 years of being in youth, she's had 6 different youth pastors. So every year of her youth, it's
Whoa.
changed.
and Josh has probably been the longest one for her because she's been here,
Because
what, 2
it
or
was
3
like
years?
at Harps, it was like it went through like 5 different ones because like their pastor stepped in, and then like people volunteered, and then they got a real youth pastor, and then so it went through all that. But like Josh has been for like I feel like it's been more like a year and a half or 2
Okay,
maybe
since they've been
with
here.
Josh. Mm-hmm.
And so that's
so-
been even nice for her being senior
Yeah.
and at least having the same person
Right.
last year.
And I
too.
was thinking like that. I can't imagine like for Avery how it's been so just like you don't have like that one person you can rely on like for anything. Like I could call Josh or like you really for anything and just be like get clarity on a situation, like wisdom for like what to do. And like I've always had like you or like Josh or like literally even Pastor V, like if I need something.
Yes,
and
call
like
him
they've
too.
always been like that person. And it's like I can't imagine like having to learn somebody and like not have
But
6 years of experience with
comfortable, to calling them.
Yeah.
Because somebody that's only been in 6 or 7 months, like I would like, especially if she's had that many youth pastors, like I'd be a little like, do I call them? Do I not?
Right.
Like, are they going to be here tomorrow? So I do hate that for her. But she's really had to do some change too. I mean, a lot of kids have to do that kind of change. So how'd you deal with change today when you got the official like announcement? Did you do okay?
Yeah. I mean, I cried and then I went to the bathroom. I didn't want to cry.
That's why you came in behind me.
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's Molly?" I was looking for you, and I was like, "I did not see her."
I didn't want to cry, and then my mom and Avery started talking about it again, and I was like, "Y'all cannot talk about it. Like, we've got to not."
No.
Until like I walked off, I was like, "Stop!
I'm not ready for the change."
Yes, I know, but I didn't really, because like our friend group has been like speculating who it was, and we've pretty much been right since July. So we've been.
That's a long time.
Yeah, we told him
Josh
that today.
did not even announce until October.
Oh, I know.
So like, he could have been like, "I'm sticking around."
Yeah, but we knew that Pastor V was leaving, and then we were like it's literally going to be Josh. And so we've known since like our whole friend group. It's been crazy like through this to see us all like bonding together through that, because like we've all known, because like I'm close with you and John David's close with Josh. And then like he tells Avery and I tell Lila, and it's like a little circle like everybody knows.
But you have to admit,
you did not tell me anything. Yeah,
yes, and I think a lot of people sometimes think
right, but
Molly
literally
knows everything.
Literally nothing.
I did not tell you. There's a few things I've never like.
Yeah,
I've
never
not
said
even told
anything.
you, and you're like, you knew, and I'm like, yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's been like great, or it's been like a blessing and a curse, I guess, because we've known for like 9 months who we thought it was, and like that there was change coming, and so it's like good because we've had, and I'm kind of glad that it was like this, I guess, because having something thrown in my face like that, I would have not handled it well at all.
Yes.
And so it was nice that like I knew ahead of time, and my friends did too. Like it was
a group of you together.
Yes, and it was like at youth camp the first time, and so it was like me and Avery and Corianne and Lila, and so we were all like, we really talked about it for so long. Like I have called Avery and Corianne and Lila, and we've just talked for like hours and hours and hours about like what are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna still like, clearly we're still gonna go to church here, but it's just like like the dynamics, everything, and just talking about it. Like, well, what if this happens? What if this happens? Blah blah blah, and just. It's been so great to like see all of us, like even the boys, like Landon and John David and Abraham, like we've all come together and talked about it so many times, just because, and it's just shown like how much like we care for each other, and how it's like we want like what's best for each other, and like we want everybody to stay and like stay together. And it's not like if I was just hitting the head like with a frying pan, that like if I knew nothing about who was today, and like they just announced it, like I would be a freaking mess. I would not be able to talk about it right now. And so, and then it would be weird because like, oh, like can I talk to Avery and Lila about it? Like, are they happy about it? Are they sad about it? And like we've had so long to like get our feelings out. Like everybody knows how I felt about it, how I feel about it. And
but having that friend, like strong friend group to be able to talk about it and to experience it all together,
instead of alone,
and to make like to try to make the best of it too. So like it's like there's a handful of you, probably 8 or 10 of you.
Yeah, because I'm the ninth wheel, so there's 8.
Oh, okay, ninth wheel, y'all. So there's. It's all right. That 10th one is coming. Like, you just don't worry. But having like that 10 of you, sorry, I'm gonna speak in the future. That 10th one of you, the 10 of you together, like being able to make the situation so good, because it's gonna be. It's going to be a little awkward for him coming in, too.
Yeah.
And, like, not really knowing you guys.
Because we're like a little, like,
you're like
group.
A little clique.
Yeah.
Yes, we'll just go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
And then, so you're a group, and then...
And we've been there longer than he has.
You can welcome him in.
Yes.
But you can also, like, encourage everyone else to, like, let's help make this amazing for him.
Right.
Let's support him. Because y'all are the oldest ones, too, that are in that little group. And so it's, like... really bringing in those middle schoolers and those 9th or 10th graders that are not, in the group. Yeah. But because there is so many of you, I feel like that helps to make a positive impact in the whole youth group. Because if it was 1 or 2 of you in a negative attitude, okay, it's going to like rub off and affect like everybody. They're going to pick up on that. So I think that that's been so important that you guys have made that bonding and stuff. Sure. Yeah. Even though you've been talking about it and it's probably not been like the best stuff ever, but that you've been able to talk about it. You've been ready. You're like prepared for it. You knew it was coming, but today it came. It landed. Here it goes on the runway. So now the youth group knows. But I told you like a few scriptures before, and one of them was talking about the future. Which one? Or like the next season. Which one was that? Do you remember? Hold on. Sorry.
Was it the Ecclesiastes one? Like there's a time and a purpose for every season?
Yes.
Okay. I'll read that.
And a time for like everything.
There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. That one?
Yes.
Are you sure?
No, probably not. Hold on. But that was a good one. That was one that I did give you. It was...
What was the Ephesians one?
It was 3:20 through 21.
For Ephesians? Yes.
Yeah, 3:20 through 21. Read that one. See what it says.
Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than we can ask or imagine, according to his power that is within us. To him be the glory in the church and in Christ Jesus throughout all the generations, forever and ever. Amen. That's not me.
That's not it either. Okay, maybe.
What about Deuteronomy? For I know the plans. Or wait. What was the Deuteronomy one?
All right, Jeremiah 29:11 is for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, your future. So maybe I was thinking
be
that.
Strong and courageous? For you must go. Hold up. Be strong and courageous, for you must go with the people into this land that the Lord swore to you for their ancestors. The Lord goes before you, and he will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged.
Yes. Okay. So which one was that? Deuteronomy?
Yes.
Deuteronomy 31:6? Okay. All right. So Deuteronomy 31:6, guys. Like
8:31. It's 7 through 8.
7 through 8. Okay. Sorry. Like we went over some Bible verses I was telling her about just for change and transition. And so it's like he's already prepared this for you. So he's like you've been preparing your heart and your mind and like all that's in there. Yes. Everything. Over since you said summer camp. Yeah. Like you feel like it's been that long?
Oh, it most definitely has been since June.
Wow. Okay, that's crazy, isn't it? That's like a long time to prepare for change.
Yeah, especially when nobody told us until October.
Oh,
and we didn't talk about it till October.
Yeah, it was like totally avoided. Like we're not saying anything about it.
Like not even to you. Yeah, because it wasn't anything until October.
And we were like praying about it too. Right. Like Josh is like.
Like,
are you about to be the senior pastor? Yeah. Like, is that really like where we're going with this? So when I got married at 20, I never saw this. Not that we were like wild heathens or anything like that, y'all. I just never thought, like, my husband was a graphic designer and I'm a hairdresser. I never thought the change of being a pastor and having a church was like, on there. Sorry, we brought the really big thing just because we like to laugh a little too. Yeah. Of Reese's M&Ms. Yes. Okay.
M&Ms?
I mean, I gave M&Ms out today. Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have like little snacks in here sometimes.
Make sure you look at that. You keep looking at this because it's so many like right in front of it.
Yeah, sorry, we have like weird setup because remember all this is new for us. We're changing and we're like, hopefully we're dealing with it properly.
Yes.
So I just want to like hit on this just a little bit because you're experiencing a very similar change that I am with him, with Josh going into being the senior pastor and like just what comes along with it. And I am so nervous.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to talk about your change.
And then I'm having to like, this is really hard. I'm like having to leave you guys a little bit too. And I told you earlier, like I was serious. I'm scared. Yeah. Did you believe me or no? Thought I was joking.
No, I mean,
I was like, peace out. I'm done.
No, I mean, like, y'all are so, like, y'all do, like, you spend so much time with us. You'd have to be, like soulless, like, monsters to not be attached. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like if you could spend time with anybody like at all, you know, and you do so much with us. You have so many like relationships with us. Like we do so much together. Like,
and so I feel like I'm like losing my people.
Yeah,
a little bit. But I'm changing them out for just like the whole church instead of just you people. Right. But even like some change of I'm kind of doing some children's church ministry, and so it kind of pulled me out of youth. Yeah, I feel like abruptly, like I didn't have
you didn't have time to prepare and think about it.
Like that you guys
just had to fill a need,
and that's okay because
that's just how life works sometimes.
So I can go over it between now and Wednesday. But just the change of that, and I'm in the beginning I was like, I'm not sure, like I'll just be honest with you, I'm like, oh, that's a big change that I didn't like.
Especially when, like, not that you haven't had responsibilities, but, like, on paper, like, youth pastor's wife, like, you don't have to do much, you know? Like, you could just do, like, the fun things, like, that nobody really asked you to do, but it's also, like...
a charcuterie board for no reason.
Yeah, not, like, you have to do children's church because nobody showed up today. Not that that's happened, but, you know, like, you
that's going to be, like, you got to step up and do that. Yeah. Because, I mean, they could call out or not show up, and that's...
And, like, you've got to be there and available.
I'm ready. But what if it was, like... This is what I worry about, too. What if it was children's church, nursery, and, like... I don't run a camera, but cameraman... Yeah. What if he was just like...
You got me and Avery and Lila.
I know. I'm really going to be counting on some of my people. Don't forget about me.
I'm not.
I'm going to need some help. In them small areas of like, you know, we decorated a whole children's church thing.
Yep.
And it was so cute. I hope y'all watched it and looked at our little video.
So cute.
He blew up a bunch of balloons. And now we have like cool tricks on how to do that. We got these two little balloon pumps. You tie them together. And Mo hangs it, like, doing great. Yes. Yep. So that's my big change.
Yeah.
Of course, there's been a lot more changes in my life than...
Oh, for sure. Like, your life has been full of change.
Yes. I mean, it could change tomorrow.
Yeah. It's so different.
Like, I do go to court tomorrow, speaking of that, for two of my foster babies that I will find out if they go home tomorrow or if they stay forever tomorrow. So that's a big... That would be a really big change tomorrow. So if that happens, I'm really going to need the melting pot, some fondue if they do go home.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just gonna need to pencil me in at 6:30 tomorrow night.
Got it. Okay. I'm available.
Or we go cry somewhere.
Nope, we don't need to cry.
That would be...
We've done enough. I've done enough of that already, okay?
I hope that... I don't know.
We gotta hold it together till August.
and then I'll drive you down there and then I can cry all the way back.
We can't cry anymore.
But for real, we do go to court tomorrow and they are deciding. I don't know if I told you that. Did I tell you?
I don't remember. I saw paperwork on your counter for something and I read it.
Oh, that was for another court case.
Okay, I thought that's what it was because it wasn't
for some previous kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's going to be on Thursday. That one's going to be...
What's it for? Like...
For TPR, but they need a lot of evidence of stuff.
Because didn't they go back?
Yes. So these are two foster kids. Something happened and we were subpoenaed to court on this coming Thursday. And we're not sure what we're walking into. So
that's scary.
Yeah. So there's that. And then court tomorrow for two other foster kids.
Tomorrow and Thursday. That's like crazy.
Yes.
And then you got small group on Tuesday and church and cooking on Wednesday.
And then Friday, got
Valentine's Day.
Oh, that's Valentine's Day.
And then Saturday is our
date night. Did you see how many kids were on there?
No.
There's a ton. There's like 10 families.
They better be paying us a lot of money though, because
because I need to buy plane tickets to Missouri for special needs youth. No, not youth camp. Mission camp.
Yes.
Or mission trip, really. It's not mission camp. We're going to serve at a camp.
It's like the special needs, like it's like a camp for them, like a youth camp for them, but it's like
we volunteer.
The missionary kind of thing.
That are coming into it. It is so awesome. Molly went last year. I'm so excited. I get to go this year with them, and I'm going to do everything I can that you're going on this year since I'm losing a bunch of seniors.
Yes, you need to.
Well, you're the only one leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of them are not, right?
No.
But I'll still go with them just to document the moment.
I hope they don't like forget about me.
Well, I hope they do so you'll come back.
Well, I just don't want to like come back on a break and everybody and like nobody talks to me. I know.
No, we wouldn't do that to you. We'll let you lead worship on your breaks.
Aw. Yeah, like Lila's gonna be leading worship. See, like that's something else. Like that's like change for Lila on top of everything else. Like he's still gonna let us do that, right?
You're not gonna be here.
No, but I'm saying for like the 4 months that I am here, he's still gonna let us do that. Yeah.
I think so. Hadn't heard his plan yet. But
Yeah,
I mean, that would be crazy not to, though.
Right.
We'll have a talk. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's going to let you.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they came to band practice tonight, so of course they're
Right?
going to let you. Unless
Yeah.
y'all totally bombed it and y'all were awful. Were you?
Grab a pen and write something down so I don't forget it.
Oh, what is it?
I should say it on camera because it's like a little... It's just something Josh has said. It's not bad. It's just...
Oh, Lord, if Josh said it, it makes me, like, concerned. No.
It's not bad. It's really not bad, y'all.
But yes, you're going to be able to still do youth band.
Yeah.
We got to bring up another singer, though,
Yeah.
behind you.
I don't know who that is.
All right. So how about we move around on Wednesday night? Oh, no, you're singing.
What do you mean move around? Oh, like
And
to
just
hear
listen.
people? Oh my
Listen
gosh.
to everyone sing.
Well, Corey Ann can sing, but she does not like singing in front of people.
Oh, especially since she knows how. That would be so great.
Like, she's really good. Like, so good.
she did it one time.
I know.
But I think it's because you were there, like, to...
Everybody
like,
was
make her feel
so
good.
shocked that I got her to sing. I was so proud of
Yes.
myself because she, like, never sings.
Maybe we
like,
should
one
try it
time
again.
we complimented her on her singing, and, like, she never sang. Like, she stopped because, like, we could hear her.
Oh,
But then she
really?
actually sang, like, out loud on the stage with us, which was so great. But
That's
she hasn't done it again.
Crazy. Maybe we should ask her because she could
To start
be like,
praying about it.
yes,
because-
and you guys could kind of work together up until you leave so that she gets more confidence too.
Yeah.
You know, that would be good. Anybody else sing?
Marissa does, but I think she was looking at going off to school.
She is. I think she's going to Barry.
That's like in Georgia. That's exciting.
Yes.
I know I had to leave a couple times in Sunday school because I lost my earring and then had to get allergy medicine and use the bathroom and stuff. And they were talking about it when I came back in.
You had to leave that many times out of a 30-minute lesson.
Well, I left like 3. Well, I
That
had
is
to
way
go
too
bring
much
you your
change.
mics.
Oh.
And then I had to go get. I think I just left twice. And then I had to go get allergy
you
medicine because it was
see-
so hot.
I might have something wrong with me. Did you see my video
Yes, I didn't watch the whole thing.
of the little kids
Yes,
reading the
but it
Bible
was
with
so
me?
cute.
It
Yes.
was. I was like,
It was precious.
I loved it. And then I forgot to post it. So it was a little late. But
Yeah, but it's okay.
It was so cute for them.
It
Okay.
was.
I think that's it.
Oh, really?
Oh, you have something else
Well, like I could just keep talking.
about change or
Yeah.
about
Just like,
what you got to say?
I don't know. I just feel like I talked so much about my change.
I can't
and
read
you didn't
that, so-
Oh, well, this isn't for right now.
I know, but I can't read what it says.
It's okay. I can.
Okay.
But like, I feel like I talked so much more about
Heartburn.
my change than your change.
Well, I mean, I've had like crazy change in
Yeah.
my life
Like daily.
daily. Okay, so
Like, what's a day in the life of a, like, so like, what are you going to have to change? Because like, aren't you going to have to like work a little less? Didn't you
don't
say
know.
like you're gonna have to take,
Yes.
you know,
So,
like there's
okay,
just
so,
something that you
like,
may
what
have
are
to
the
do.
changes I feel like are going to come with this new
Right.
thing. So that was my goal, was to maybe take like a half day off.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. I'm a hairdresser and I know this is probably too much information, but like I have the ability to make more money or to make less money.
Yeah.
And by working less, then I make less.
Right.
And so not necessarily working more, but working my same schedule, I kind of make a certain amount of money,
Right.
you know, like, or roundabout. And so working less means losing some of that. And that's okay if that's
Yes.
what we're supposed to do.
Right.
But right now, I think so far the last week, I've managed to do what I needed
but
to
it's
do
also
here,
like on
but-
those days, because like when Abram has to go get blood on Wednesdays, like
well, I
that's
had Thursday. I had to take off Thursday to go get blood. Oh, you
Right.
didn't even know this. Like Monday, I had to take off. So I actually took off 2 days last week. Monday, I had 7 medical appointments.
right, because that was the day we did the day in the life, and it was
Yes.
like you were there
I was,
all
like,
day.
All day. We got home at 7:30. And then Tuesday I worked all day and then went straight into small group. They had actually already started the young adults group by the time I got there. And then Wednesday I was here all day long. You were with me, so
Yeah.
we got all that stuff done. And then Thursday I'm just sitting at the hospital, which I love taking Abraham. Like, it's such a privilege because I'm so thankful he has blood
Right.
and that we're able to treat him here in America. So it's great, but I'm sitting in a room all day and I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like I got nothing done, but I actually
Right.
did. I looked up, or I did all my research on my curriculums, to see like what I was kind of feeling for Sunday school and Wednesday night church for kids ministry. I found those.
Okay.
And I think I'm loving them, but I do have a Zoom call,
Oh.
on Wednesday just to go over before we make
With who?
any major decisions on the curriculum that we did back there Wednesday nights. I'm going to do a Zoom call with them to like see if they maybe have a 2-week, like a 2-day program for the week. Does that make sense? Like a Sunday and a Wednesday?
Yeah.
Instead of 2 different curriculums.
Which is not the orange, but the orange.
Oh, it's not orange. It's called Grow curriculum.
It's like the rocket one.
The blast off.
Okay.
To see if they have a 2-day.
Yeah.
And then like, how could I use it to be a 2-day if that is a possibility?
Like teach the same lesson like every week, like reinforce on Wednesday or something different.
It's almost like I would like the same theme, and each day could be a different lesson.
Okay.
But it stays with the same theme.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, because it's kind of confusing because it's like it's rockety shippy for Wednesday nights, but then it's like the orange kind of stuff, right?
Like the topic is made, or the theme is like you're made in the image of Christ, and so it's like.
Like it's good,
but it's like science stuff. You know, it had remember the books of the Bible on the periodic table. So it was like that. So it was, no, they couldn't go together. The themes are totally different. Right. But like at least have the same theme and do a different story.
So that really like gets locked in their head of like.
Like you could make the blast off, like the 4 topics.
Yeah,
you could add 4. There could be 4 more, or even like elaborate on each of them.
Have a main one on Sunday and then like a little bit more.
Maybe we need to write a children's curriculum.
Okay, no. See, that's like one year Mama said that we wrote our own VBS, not like recently, like 10 years ago, and she said that it was like not the grandest thing in the world.
Okay, so we won't do that.
Mr. Matt could do it. Doesn't he do that?
Yeah, in his spare time, as he's
which
running the world of technology.
Yeah, we're not gonna ask him to do so much alike. Y'all have so much,
and he just keeps showing up everywhere, doing his thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, I have a Zoom call Wednesday for that this coming Wednesday, just to see if that is a possibility.
Did you have nothing to do on Wednesday? Like you're just off? You don't have appointments, or do you have therapy?
I do have therapy, so I'm gone from 1:30 to 3:30.
Well, that's not that bad.
But we gotta cook and. Yeah. I've already worked on the lesson and stuff, so. But that's like, those are changes too. Like my Wednesday used to be full of medical appointments, and now I'm like, had to switch some stuff around so I can be kind of more present here. But that's all new. That's new stuff.
Right.
And then, like, there was an elders meeting on Monday, not Monday, Thursday, and your dad was here. They were here for a little while, and so it was like, okay, I got to get straight back because normally when we're in Atlanta, we like to eat some good food, and so I was like, Abraham, we got to get it to go because we got to get straight back and get the kids. So like even that little change is a change to like our blood transfusion days. Right,
because you've been doing that for so long.
Like after we do blood transfusion, let's go eat something good and just like chill out for a second.
Right.
Because it is so, like, it's a very, I'm in a cancer hospital with children. It's
It's very like mentally taxing. Like
yes, even though I'm not doing anything. I mean, I'm on
it's
my
just
computer
kind of
like
the energy. It's like a little.
You have
depressing.
a little baby that's throwing up from chemotherapy. You've got a family who just came in that was just diagnosed with cancer, and you're like, their world is changing drastically, and this is like our everyday life that we've been living.
Right.
And so it's almost like kind of hard to relate. I know it sounds so terrible, but we've been in the cancer world for so long that we're just like, hey, this cool facility, we're here, and you forget, like, they just got the news yesterday. And so the doctor's coming in and talking to them, and, so it's a kind of a heartbreaking place, but it's the most amazing place ever in the world too. So glad that we have Aflac Cancer Blood Disorder Center in Atlanta. So we just like to go decompress mentally
which
at
is
a restaurant.
Important after that,
but I didn't. We like got it to go, which was fine. It was poke bowl. It was actually, oh my god, it was so good.
I've actually had those before.
Have you? This one was like awesome, and you could build your own.
Like we've made them at home, not like at a restaurant, but like they're so good.
Oh, if we ever go to Atlanta, I'll have to take you there if you like it, because it was awesome, and it was a ramen bar too. So anyways, we got it to go. Came straight here and grabbed kids so that Josh could be in his elders meeting. So like those are just little changes that are happening, because like those are going to be important meetings now that he has to be at.
So how do you like? I know like I don't have kids or anything, but like how do you handle? Yes, I know. How do you? So like with Abraham, like do y'all like talk about stuff? Like like, did they know, you know what I'm saying? Like, with all the changes in the church, you know, like, do you tell them things like, how are they handling everything? Because, like, this is big for them, too. Because, like, their dad's been a youth pastor, like, the same kind of thing their entire life.
Yes. Abraham is 17, so he's understanding a little bit more. But this morning, Abel. Oh, bless. It, like, breaks my heart. Because he went with us to Winter Jam last night.
Right.
So he was up late.
He was probably a mess.
Yes. And so he woke up this morning, and I'm like, all right, we got to get ready. And he's like, it's so early, Mom. And he's like, so why do we have to go to church this early? And I'm like, son, your dad's about to be the senior pastor. This is going to be normal. And he's like, well, why does he have to do that? And so it was like, he's 8, so he doesn't understand. Right. I don't even think he really knows senior pastor, like what that means, because Vaughn's still here. So
yeah, and it's early, you know.
Like, it was 8:25. So like, I didn't feel like it was even that early.
That is not. But he has to wake up earlier than that for school.
Yes, and so I was just like, this ain't even early, boy. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I don't think he really knows, but like also it is super late right now, and he's been here since 9:00 this morning.
Yeah.
And so I don't think he's quite understood. He's learning what it means, but it's going to be a big change for him.
I feel like lately, like the past year, I feel like y'all have had, because like with the youth band starting, like Josh is literally here all day. Like he leaves for lunch on Sundays.
Yes.
And then like you having a little more responsibility because of these, like V and Miss Becky leaving, that it's like, because I don't feel like this year, like, I just don't feel like you were in youth, but it's like your medical appointments were on Wednesday, so like
so I was barely making it,
right? Or like you wouldn't make it because, you know, like your kids and stuff, which was like great because like that's just what you had to do. But it's like I feel like this past year y'all have been like so much more like available and just like here all the time, and that's also different because it's like it feels like it's been like the same. But it's like it's gradually changing for all of them. Like, oh, we're spending 12 hours on Sunday at church.
Yes. And I love it.
Right.
But Sunday is like really my only off day of like nothing. And
but it's not nothing.
Yeah, really. It's not. But I used to take the kids to go like on a little hike or something. We used to go to Lime Creek all the time on Sundays. Or, you know, I'd go do something.
Yeah.
And now like I can't. It's not now. It's just been like seriously like over the last year, I haven't been able to do that as much because Josh has been at youth practice, and so I didn't want to leave him with kids that I couldn't carry because I can only carry 2, one on the front, one on the back when we go hiking, and so I couldn't carry 4 of them. But even that change has been since I think we've gotten these 2 extra
because that has been in the past like year,
because we got them in April and May of last year.
Because with your other 2, it's like you can just take them 2 and go do things, but 4 who can't do anything.
I can't carry 4 kids
it's more
to
difficult.
go hiking because 4 of them don't walk or talk or any of that. So I think that's been some of the change too is. Are they like the different kids right now as well?
Is Abraham like okay with change? Like, 'cause, you know, we're all like so sad that Josh is leaving, and
he hasn't said anything about it, but we haven't really talked about it because we hadn't.
Because like it's like everything's happening in different stages.
Yes, and he's our kid, and he's in your friend group,
right?
And
so you have to
we just haven't talked about stuff.
But now like everything's out, so like everything's
now we can have these conversations.
Yes,
and Abraham, you know, he's heard things, I'm sure, and he's probably picked up on it, but it hasn't been like directed, like talked about. And so I don't know. It'll be interesting to like talk to him tonight, and then poor Sean has to deal with the pastor's kid. Who, you know, you just gotta.
But I feel like it'll be fun. He seems like, because like when we were talking earlier, like it seemed like he was. Because like we were making some crazy jokes, and they were just like laughing along with it, not like looking at us. Oh my god,
I can't believe they're joking about that.
So hopefully,
I mean, we had a little look of that. Y'all said that. We're like, yeah, we did.
But like Abraham's like so fun and great. I feel like his like funniness and like funness will like balance with like he can be a leader, like he can be like called up to like that position like when needed, which is important to like have those balances,
right? And I talked to him and John David too,
right? Because John David's like such a good role model, like him.
Yes, and John David was like he doesn't do all of that because you know sometimes he can get a little like oh my goodness, you're being annoying, you gotta stop, you gotta bring it down, you know, like he can do that sometimes, but John David's like no, he doesn't do all this when we're out, but when we're at home, we're just too comfortable.
Right.
But I even talked about John David and Abraham being like a team in children's church with me, like being my helpers of breaking off the groups and kind of teaching the lesson to like, a smaller group.
Yeah.
Too. Like, we've just been talking about some stuff.
Right.
And so they both were like, oh, yeah, we can totally do that. John David can take this age group and I can take this one. And I was like, oh, that's my kid. Like, he's
yes. Like, you've taught him to be like that. Yeah.
Yes. And so ready to serve, too.
I know.
So that's great. I love that side.
He's such a good kid. He's so sweet.
Yeah. No, he is.
He is. He's
like,
so
people
sweet.
tell me that all the time. They're like, he's such a compassionate kid. And I'm like, well, I mean, I almost expected. He spent 9 years in an orphanage in China with very little access to medical care.
But like, he could have been the opposite and be just like bitter and like mean, but he's not. True. He's like, he's so great. Like, he's so sweet and awesome.
He does appreciate like any and everything.
Constantly. Yeah. He's so much like you. Like, if anything is too big of a deal, he'd like, no, it's fine. Like, don't inconvenience you at all. Like, not even in the slightest. Don't be you inconvenience. Like, he's humble, but then sometimes he's not, like, in funny situations, you know? But, like, when it matters, he's, like, so humble. He's like, don't, Yes. And like, he's learned that from you.
On Thursday when he got his port accessed, and I know this and I expect it from him, but the nurse was just like, wait, what? So she stuck him with a needle that's, like, this long, you guys, it's, like, this long. And it goes into his port, and this hurts. Like, kids are screaming. You hear them. And he is like, thank you so much for being gentle.
Oh.
And it was like, she's like, wait, you're thanking me? I should be like, I'm so sorry, bud, as I'm, like, stabbing you with a needle.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it was great. Like, you know, like, he just, he was thankful that she did that.
Right.
You know? I mean, he was in China getting IVs in, like, the most weirdest places. He had one in his head one time.
Oh, gosh.
And so he was just thankful to have a port to be accessed, and you know what I mean? Like
he doesn't take things for granted. Yeah.
But he spent 9 years in an orphanage.
Yeah.
And so I feel like some of that came from that too. So yeah, my family has a lot of big changes.
Yeah.
But it's been gradual too, a little bit.
Me too.
Over the year.
So weird. Normally, like, this stuff in my family, it's like, if something's happening, it's like all of us, you know, like, we move, like, we all move. It's not like it's Molly's moving alone somewhere else. Molly has to, like, be an adult and figure all this stuff out by herself.
You can still contact me. I'll help you out.
Yeah.
I'll just come down.
Yes.
Like
you can sleep on an air mattress.
Girl, I'll sleep on the floor.
Okay.
Or like Lila did at youth camp, I will sleep in the bed with you. My feet in your face.
Yes. But our dorms
I'll
are
shave
nice.
my legs first.
But our dorms are a little nicer than where we went to youth camp.
That's good.
I have like my own room. Like a.
Oh, nice. So I really can sleep on an air mattress. I'm gonna get me a good one for
you know, Corey and Avery have, or like, just keep it in my room, and so when everybody
like fold it up and here we go. Got space.
Because when we go in April, we're gonna go to the beach. We're gonna see everything.
Oh, we need to go to Driftwood Beach too.
Yes.
Just take some cute pictures.
Yes. We can finally take our beach content.
Yes, because we got a lot. We just ain't got it.
Yeah.
So okay. All right. Sound
good?
good?
Yeah.
All right, go for it.
Thanks, guys, so much for watching Godly Giggles with Steve and Mo. We hope that you've just learned like about change and how, you know, me, who hasn't experienced a lot of change, and Stevie, who like has changes every single day. That's like crazy changes that, you know, like, change is okay and like it's healthy, but it's just like your outlook on it, like how you handle it, which is so important. And how we do that is with this right here. But we thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Facebook and Spotify and YouTube. And we will see you guys next week.
Yes,
Bye.
Bye.